Good afternoon. Afternoon, YouTube. Afternoon, Paul. Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. Just been to the gym. Third day in a row from 6 months of not doing much. So I'm pretty sure that's going to hurt in the morning. But yeah, apart from that, very well, mate. Thank you. Hope you're well as well. So, let's talk about the market, shall we? I was going to say something. It's just completely gone out of my mind. What I was going to say, completely forgot. I'll remember it. I'll remember it before I stop the stream, probably. Okay, let's get into the markets. And I woke up this morning and I had a feeling. Usually when I have a scan, I kind of know when I like the market. I kind of know when I don't. And I did kind of like it this morning. Some of the things that I'll go through my watch list are pretty nice. That is getting close to setting up. So I'll go through that, but let's do the indexes first. So yesterday, I think, was a great example of waiting for the market's reaction to the news in terms of CPI data, inflationary data, rather than the news itself, because we saw that push in the fall in the dollar. And hey, Don, finally got your stream. Yeah, good man. Yeah, I'm just back. So I'm streaming. I thought I was going to be streaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but on Tuesday I do an A1 guest stream. So I'll stream at this time on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and potentially on Friday. It depends. It depends if I'm playing golf or not. If I'm not playing golf and during kind of when the summer comes, I'll be streaming Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But I might start playing before it gets too hot on a few Fridays. Tian, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Yes, I'm live again. I've just started back. Good to see all the old gang here. Hopefully we get a few of them more back, but appreciate you guys coming. So yes, SPX is looking a little bit worrisome. So I was talking about the news. Sorry. So yesterday, in terms of the news, it was one of those situations where waiting for that market reaction was better than kind of predicting. So we had that drop in the dollar and a push. We had the push up in the SPX and then a fall. So this is why I always say and preach, just wait for that market's reaction. We don't know what's priced in or not. And, you know, we still are in this corrective from this impulse, but it's giving me no reason right now to say this corrective is over and we push to the upside. You know, this particular bar 2 days ago, coming on a bit of high volume, as both these bars are, you'd expect yesterday because of that data coming out to have high volume. Again, it's not giving me massive confidence. So unless this really has some kind of bullish pressure, remember, we are still within that 40-60 box. So if we look at the 40-60 box here from this latest impulse, you know, we are at the 50. For me, in terms of indexes, I consider this the line in the sand, the 61.8. So we are still within trend continuation until we possibly drop below. But with how price action looks, it just doesn't look very nice, does it? It just doesn't look very nice. So I've got it here, pullback / slight risk off. Again, I'm not really buying the weakness in that yen right now and waiting for that reason for the stock market to come up. That's my personal view on the market. Not quite got there yet. Great to have you back. Thank you, mate. I was up 2K, didn't see the news ahead, didn't look, and lost 5K. Shit. That's horrible. Sorry to hear that. Almost down by second challenge. Trying my Forex ones now. Quite happy this far. Yeah. Yeah, I think... So what I'm doing, I've actually literally just started. So if I bring this up, I can show you. Here we are. This is StockNet Institute, right? It's a new one. They don't have any challenges. They don't have any verification. And I've started on a pretty small account on this 10K account, which still costs quite a bit of money. It cost me about £600, which I guess is about $1,000. But what their concept is every 10%, they've got an 8% drawdown. And that's their only rule, right? So every 10%, you scale up by double. So that's my plan. I want to kind of test them out, make sure they're reliable. They seem very professional so far in terms of setting up the account. And yeah, my plan here is just to kind of go with it slowly. I think it works to my strengths as a trader, and kind of keep scaling it up. Disrupted Chaos. I haven't heard of them. Tian, I'll have a look at them. But I like the concept, you know. I like the concept, so I'm going to take this slow, and I will do another My Forex Funds or FTMO. I think I'll do My Forex Funds. But what I'm waiting for is is my aggressive strategy data to be complete, because that's a strategy that can help me with that, and just for market conditions to get a wee bit better as well. Yeah, I'll have a look at them. I'll have a look at them, team. So this is what I'm doing now, and again, when I come on live, I'll show you how I'm going, and hopefully it goes pretty well. So yeah, stock market still looks down. It looks pretty bearish. Looking for a break underneath these lows on US Open. Continuation possibly within this channel until it tells you otherwise. So a break above the anchor would be nice, but yeah, I'm not seeing anything massive here. I did put some more money from a longer term investment wise down here, actually roughly here in terms of the SPX. And I will look at putting a little bit more if we continue on down as well. So a good time to be buying up that SPX from a long-term perspective, in my personal opinion. Not right now, but when you get a reason to. Dollar is strong. Not much to say. Dollar is strong. You know, I did have a feeling. Yesterday. We had a break above this wick, this inverted hammer wick, which is always a good sign for me. It's not extended. Coming out of this channel corrective from this impulse, I'm not going to call a top in that just yet. I have no reason to sell the dollar just yet. And yeah, personal bias. I'm in this GU short, but from a personal bias, pound still looks good, right? Dollar still looks good to the upside. And I'm still in this pound trade. So I've committed to the risk of not taking my TP1. You look like a demo trader. Well, thanks, mate. Pikachu. I won't even respond to that, but anyway, to each their own. So yeah, I've committed to TP1 or leaving TP1 because of that risk reward was pretty good, and it just feels like this wants to move. You know, it's being a little bit stubborn. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah. Sometimes I am, though. Hey, sometimes I am a noob. Absolutely. But it is being a wee bit stubborn, and I think it's just a matter of time before it breaks, but anything can happen with this pound dollar. I still like where it is from a daily perspective. It still is ready to move for me. I'm just waiting on a real break to the downside. And there's been a few times where I thought it was going to go. We had some news yesterday. I didn't buy this push. I thought maybe we'd come down. We did. I thought then we'd go. I thought we'd go here, and I thought we'd go now. And it's just, again, being stubborn. It's not... I could say something there, but I probably won't say it on YouTube Live. It's not going as I thought it would go, but I do think it will. We're all human. Yeah, I know. We're all human. Well, some people online aren't. Some people are masters of the game. I don't even know who you are, Pikachu, mate. I don't even know who you are. You can watch many of my months and months of videos. I'm not gonna go into it. I'm perfectly happy with the trader I am. So you can go into my months of videos where I show everything that I do. So no problem, mate. Okay, watch this today. I've got USD Swiss is the first one. USD Swiss is quite nice on this hourly chart. I've got a V reversal back here. Nice bit of consolidation. I was looking at a breakout retest of this area for continuation to the upside. I think it's probably broken too hard for that to happen. I can see this just pushing up, but I will look at the retest on kind of smaller time frames over the US session to see if I get it. From a 4-hour perspective, this looks really nice to me. You know, head and shoulders here from a daily perspective. Roughly, we're looking at a break of B wave, which is my personal favorite type of break. And the context is good. Pullback, a healthy pullback in. Within this corrective here, you can see your kind of smaller head and shoulders, right? Decent bar. So a push on here, possibly a smaller reload accumulation, which may happen towards the end of the week. This is a trade that I do really like. So from a daily perspective here, B wave. So if we look at an ABC, we've got our V reversal, a few bars of consolidation back. I know we've got some wicks here, but for me, this is a key area for a break to the upside. So yeah, USD Swiss I do like. USD Swiss I do like. Been following you for months, yeah. Almost. Actually, yeah, you were a sub before even 100 subs, I think, Don, right when I just started. Yeah, that's fine, Pikachu. That's fine. That's fine by me. That's fine by me. I think you're my first hater to come in the stream, so welcome. I welcome it all. I welcome it all. It doesn't affect me anyway. Okay, so WTI. WTI is, I'm looking for a possible aggressive entry here. Short, I'm not sure whether we get it in terms of the kind of impulse we've had to the upside from this larger V reversal. The trend is quite healthy here. I'm looking for price action to kind of come down again, tag this area a little bit more, give us some accumulation and consolidation before I break out to the downside. Whether this happens or not, because of the strength of this, I'm not sure whether we get it, but it's certainly something that I'm going to look for in oil. So the daily is okay for potential movement to the upside, but if it does fail at that area, then I will look for shorts. However, if I get something possibly like this, so if we get our complex corrective, you know, I could look for aggressive entry up here to come down and give us, you know, price action that looks like this, which would be quite healthy. But it's still going to take a little bit of time to develop on WTI. USD NOK. USD NOK. 4 hour, I was looking at a breakout on this one. I've not quite got the breakout, but context is good. Looking for a breakout retest on this 4 hour chart. So I'm taking my context from here. I was looking here for a break. It kind of failed off. But again, giving us our V reversal back and creation of that head and shoulders. Context here is good. We're now above these moving averages. So a retest back of this area for me would look pretty nice. Let's take hands and sing Kumbaya. Yeah, I know. I think Pikachu needs it. I think Pikachu needs it. Just be happy, man. In my personal experience, the individuals that come on are a little bit, you know, a little bit like you, my friend, are never profitable traders. So there you go. I'm very confident myself. I'm in the 5%. So there you go. Anyway, so from a daily chart perspective, from a counter trend idea, this is quite nice. Dominant candles here is green. We're above these moving averages. It looks less likely to me that this continues to the downside from this impulse, then pushes up. So higher time frame confluence is very important for me, but from a 4 hour perspective, that's personally what I'm looking for. Breakout, retest, movement to the upside. So where can I remove you? There you go. Bye-bye. Okay. Actually, do you know what? I won't even do that. I won't even do that. Why am I even doing that? I'll keep him back in. 300 seconds. Actually, I don't even need to do that. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, there you go. Okay, what else? A USD NOK I've done. Pound Swiss I was looking at. Pound Swiss. Yeah, Muppet, isn't he? Just a Muppet. Yeah, no, I don't think he is. He's just I've never seen him before. So Pound Swiss, I was looking at this, and it was actually one of my favorite setups. You know, from here, first structure, second structure, accumulation. And this is the important thing about not taking trades is that, you know, I was umming and ahhing, well, waiting for my actual setup because that 20-period catch-up wasn't there, right? So I didn't take this break, and ultimately I would have been stopped out. So it's kind of a good trade that I didn't take, right? But if we come back now and give us, again, something like this, I could be looking at, again, Pound Swiss to the downside. I just have a feeling that this is going to push, in which case I won't get it. But from a daily perspective, again, this is really nice. You know, ready to move, absolutely, to the downside. But it may push on. It may push on. And finally, Euro Pound. Euro Pound is the last one I'm looking at. Let me know if you guys want me to look at anything. Oh, sorry, Tian, I didn't see your question. No, I use MAs. I use MAs, 20 and 200. I'm a simple man, Tian. I'm a simple man. 20 MA and 200 MA. Euro Pound. So Euro Pound, again, from a daily perspective, going with this longer term trend is something I like. Notice a very common characteristic of this euro, right? Likes a climactic move that is usually sold into. We've seen that many times here, right? So we are going with this longer term trend, but we're getting quite a lot of price action just selling into any strength in this euro, i.e. going with that trend. So Here, from a daily perspective, I can look at potential break to the downside, but I prefer to get in on this on the... I'll look at that, Elias, on EuroCAD. I'll look at that right after. This is my last one. But I'm looking to get in on this somewhere here. So, larger V reversal, as we've seen on that daily. This is our significant zone. I want this to come down and tag it. And again, looking for the same kind of thing. Another reload, that squeeze into the area, going with that longer term trend. It's all very simple stuff. 20 period catch up for a breakout to the downside on Euro Pound. So a few things I like. If I bring my watch list up just to kind of, go over them again. So USD Swiss I think is gone. USD SEK is probably gone from a breakout retest point of view. USD Swiss I do really like, possibly for the end of the week. Oil short again I do like. It's got a little bit to set up. And USD NOK I do like for a retest, and Euro Pound I do like for a retest. So a lot of these breakouts do look quite nice. And obviously waiting on Pound USD to hopefully have another leg to the downside. Okay, EuroCAD, Elias. I'll have a look at EuroCAD. EuroCAD. Anybody watch that football game last night, by the way? The Madrid-Chelsea game. That was a hell of a game. So EuroCAD bias is down. Right, I don't particularly like where it is, Elias, to be honest with you. It's not massively extended like the others, but it's not really pretty on the daily chart. So you just got to say you're going with that downward trend, right? I presume if you're looking to sell it. Took in a short. Okay, fine, yeah. This is a good position, though. Right, so for me, my favorite types of breaks that I just talked about is a break of B wave here. As long as it's got the correct context. So we've got ABC. We've come down, tagged this area again. So actually, if you get, again, some selling pressure coming in now, and it does have a decent structure to break to the downside, that would be good. But it needs to show something, and certainly if you've got a stop, where's your stop, Elias? Are you quite tight, or have you got a stop above here? In which case, if you do get it, then something like this would look really nice on EuroCAD. The bias of selling the euro makes sense. If oil wants to have a little push to the upside, that'll push the CAD as well as the stock market. If that does want to push to the upside, that'll help the CAD. But certainly the premise of selling the euro makes sense as long as you have a decent stop, because I could see this doing potentially something like that. You know, I wouldn't want this to do a little fake out as the euro does like to do. 382. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I like that idea, mate. 382, somewhere up here. Giving yourself room to move. For confirmation, I would look for a break of this area. That I think would be good for the euro. Sorry, good for the euro CAD. You just need some selling pressure. The only worry I have is, do we need a deeper corrective on this daily chart? That would be the only worry. But the euro is weak. So, yeah, I like the buys. Euro's so soft. Yeah, the euro's been weak. If you've been selling the euro the last little while, then you've probably been making money, right? Aussie CAD confused me as I'm long. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. It's kind of come off a little bit, hasn't it? Row hit. So if we look at Aussie CAD, no worries, buddy. It did look pretty good yesterday. I have to say, it did look pretty good yesterday. Aussie CAD is a notoriously difficult pair to trade. Right, Aussie CAD and Kiwi CAD, horrible pairs to trade. They're all obviously very risk on pairs, but CAD has never really resonated with me. So, in terms of price action now, I mean it's hard to make sense of it now, Rohit. If I'm being completely honest with you, I mean, what do you think? You could be looking at this now, right? Could be looking at this. On Aussie CAD, which possibly could dictate a little bit of a deeper corrective, but we haven't broken these lows, right? If this is technically a higher high in terms of Dow theory, we could push on. So I mean, to be honest, I'm confused as well. Rohit. I don't think the chart is very nice. Maybe if you get a possible hammer here, maybe it's coming to an end and you continue to the upside. For fuck's sake. I just don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, here's the man back. Here's the man back. Yeah, so that would be my personal bias, Rohit. Is you know, maybe you're getting it on these smaller time frames, but I wouldn't discount possibly something like this. You know, I wouldn't discount that. I would look at. Depends where your stop is. If your stop's under here, remember your trade management is very important. So as long as you're not over risking, then then you should be okay. You know, you should be okay. All right, guys. Anything else you want me to look at? Pikachu, if you could let us know how to make the next million the next day, I'm sure you know how to do that. It would be great if you could tell us. Jerry, welcome. US 30 possible for sale. US 30 possible for sale. US 30. The one thing I'll say, I don't really want to rise to it. The one thing I'll say is, why are you going on at people who are trading? Actually, no, I'm not going to say it. Not going to say it. Not going to say it. US 30 possible for sale. Yeah, I mean, certainly looks pretty bearish, right, Jerry? Stocks look quite bearish. You get into a possible area of a little bit of support here, but you'd probably expect it to get down a wee bit. So in terms of a shorter bias, you're probably expecting to get to roughly this area. Remember, these areas are kind of like magnets. So if you get a confirmation of a break underneath, you know, this area, and we kind of got a break underneath structure there, which is okay. If you do get a break underneath there, you kind of have a few multiple confluences, right? You've got your intermediary channel downtrend, you've got your break of structure here, and you've got a break underneath the 2A, the 200 MA. So, yeah, I think I agree with that bias. Possible for sale. I'd wait for that confirmation, though, Jerry. To be honest, I'd wait for that confirmation. But from a simple point of view, you're looking at impulse corrective, possible impulse corrective, impulse, and nothing about the stock market right now is depending on what happens. You know, as US opened up, is really telling me to buy it. You know, it does. The Dow does possibly a little bit better than the SPX, but the worry about shorting it is this. That's the worry about shorting it, because it is a counter trend idea. But intermediary and shorter term, yeah, look a little bit, looks a little bit shorty. Looks a little bit shorty. Aussie Kiwi bull run has some good steam to it. Aussie Kiwi. Yeah, I mean there was you know, certainly some weakness in the Kiwi coming out. One of the things with the Kiwi, unlike other pairs, is that if it has news, it kind of digests that news quite well, whereas other currencies don't. So, yeah, I think absolutely, yeah. I think, yeah, I mean, the chart looks good, right? Who asked me that? Calamity. Chart looks good, right? Pretty healthy uptrend. I agree that could just continue. Broken through structure here now. So, yeah, it looks pretty good to the upside. Looks pretty good. Better than most other charts around, to be honest with you. I mean, you look at the likes of CAD yen, right? This is just a nightmare. You know, for me, I mean, this could possibly indicate, I mean, are we getting an indication in these yen pairs that maybe they finally want to gain some, you know, kind of finally wants to gain some strength for a pullback? You look at it very simple. Like, I would never be buying this up here. You know, possibly something like this for a fall, which would make sense if the stocks have a wobble. You know, you'd expect that yen to strengthen up. So, anyway, let's see. But yeah, I agree. In terms of Aussie New Zealand, yeah, it looks pretty good to the upside. Looks pretty good. And what could be here is slight fake outs in these yen pairs. You know, a little bit climactic, fake out here, off we go, possibly taking some stops out. Yeah, I agree with you. All right, guys, I think that's it. Anything else you guys want me to look at, let me know now, and I will. If not, I hope everybody here has a lovely day, including you, Pikachu. Have a lovely day. Appreciate you joining. No, nothing else. Appreciate that, Paul. Cheers, mate. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be on same time, same place. And remember to trade safe. Peace.